hi, this is Om Unit for Fact TV, and here are 10 influential records. So, number 1, we have LTJ Bukem under the name of Apollo 2, and the track is called Atlantis, or I Need You, and it's actually the LTJ Bukem remix on the flip side, I think. This is kind of an early jungle track, one of the early sort of spaced out kind of rollers, and it's got a very important kind of loop taken from an old techno record that is quite kind of synonymous with the early days for me anyway, and definitely like a collector's item and a jungle anthem. So. Number 2 is actually from the Inner City Life 12 by Goldie, but it's the B-side, and it's a track called Sea of Tears, which is this kind of 12-minute long epic journey, this beautiful sample from a certain Brian Eno related record, and it's got like live guitar, I think live drums on there as well, and it's quite a beautiful kind of moment in drum and bass history for me. I certainly can remember times where I'd hear that riff in my mind during kind of hard times, and it seems to have been something that stuck with me over the years. So here's my old trashed Inner City Life 12, the record's kind of falling out. So yeah, there you go. Number 3, keeping with the drum and bass kind of story, this one is True Stories by Krust, which is a big tune for a lot of people actually. Anyone that's kind of like knows anything about drum and bass history, you should know about this guy, Krust. Specifically in this period, he was doing a lot more these kind of long, expansive, deeper kind of tracks, and this one is probably the sort of pinnacle of that. It's got so much sort of going into it. It's just consistently evolving, crazy sounds like I'd never really heard before. I think I remember hearing Jumpin' Jack Frost play it on Kiss when I was about 16, and it was just kind of blew the top of my head off. So there you go, Krust, True Stories. Number 4, this is a record by a Michigan-based artist called Dabrye, who, those who don't know, incredibly influential for anyone, I would say, that's kind of making hip-hop or rap music at the moment. If you don't know about Dabrye, you should definitely check this record out. And this is actually the 12-inch off his album. It's like a single from the album 2-3. The A-side is Game Over, and I've actually picked the B-side track, which is called Magic Says, which is quite a special moment, I think, for me. It's actually not on the album, it's kind of like a cut just from this record. It's got crazy artwork as well, I like it. And number 5, we have, it's taken from this album by Leftfield. Leftfield were like hugely inspirational for a lot of people, I think, in the 90s. They were kind of a big dance act in a way. Specifically, the track that I'm looking at it's called Swords, this one here. And it's actually like a kind of weird 160 BPM-ish kind of track that features, like, I forget who the singer is, but there's a great vocal on the track, and it's got this real kind of like goose pimple inducing synth line on there, and there's a great video for it as well, actually. You can check it out on YouTube. And that's something, again, that's always kind of stuck with me. When I come to making vocal tracks, this always seems to be somewhere in the back of my mind for some reason. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so number 6 is actually kind of this whole album, Weather Report, self-titled. I believe it's from 1971. Specifically the track Waterfall from this album. I don't really know what else to say about it, it's just beautiful. Joe Zawinul, rest in peace, one of the greatest modern keyboard players and composers for a lot of people who, I guess, know about jazz music. Weather Report were definitely pushing boundaries in that kind of fusion world, and this one tune on here it's very, I like music that kind of creates pictures for me, so this is definitely one of those. So number 7, kind of an obvious one maybe for some. Nuyorican Soul, Black Gold of the Sun, which is a cover of the original by Rotary Connection, remixed by 4Hero as well. I've actually got the original here. I love the 4Hero version too, but this, specifically the piano riff, kind of grabbed me when I was young and impressionable. Talking Loud Records, huge UK label, huge label on the front as well. What else can I say? It's just beautiful, so check it out. Okay, so number 8, this is a whole album actually. This is Quasimoto's The Unseen, Madlib production, legendary hip-hop album from, I think it was 99 it came out. This is just a work of genius. Anyone that listens to rap music should know about this. Basically, for those that don't know, it's Madlib recording his voice on a tape machine and pitching it up over his own production. And there's actually quite a lot of clever, weird, kind of analog trickery in this as well. I believe the story is he took a lot of mushrooms and just went out and did something different. I think it was kind of like almost like a fuck you record to the rap scene at the time. Very much kind of, I'm going to go way out and do my own thing. And I believe that he didn't really, I think it was something that he did and didn't even realise the potential of, and Stones Throw picked up on it and rolled with it. And yeah, it's amazing. I mean, there's so many great tracks on here. Discipline 99, Microphone Mathematics, Basic Instinct, Good Morning Sunshine, Astra Black. This is kind of, yeah, LA history, or California history. Coming back to the UK, this was something that kind of tripped me out seriously. This is one of Burial's early records. Track is entitled Pirates. So this Hyperdub EP is Hyperdub 003, and this track is about the trippiest thing I've ever heard when it comes to electronic music. The title kind of leads you, but like to me it sounds like a bunch of pirates in a cave, like a bunch of like dread pirates basically. And it's unbelievable. If you play it on a nice system and like you've come in from a night out and just put it on, it's like, it's properly like three-dimensional kind of sounding. I think something that Burial does very well is using space, and there aren't many people I think who've really nailed that. He's got a very sort of pure, naive approach in a way to the way he does music. So that's definitely an aspirational record in a sense. And last but not least, another UK one. This is Mud by Loefah. DMZ 009. This tune I heard, like many people, I believe it was either Forward or one of the DMZ raves, and I couldn't believe, I mean, it's funny, this kind of music, this sort of half-step stuff we were kind of doing with turntablism a few years before. This is a lot more well realised and actually made for it to really be played on a system. Just the whole use of 808s and sub bass together in such a sparse way, but it's so gripping. And yeah, it was kind of a bit of a spiritual experience hearing this for the first time. So yeah, there you go, number 10, Loefah, Mud.